know, humans are a lot more alike than we think. We all breathe the same air, walk on two legs, make babies, and drink Prime. But those are all the obvious things. Everybody on Earth drinks Prime. Why wouldn't you? It's the best drink ever. Hashtag definitely not an ad, because I am not sponsored. But there are certain things we do that we don't talk about publicly because of how embarrassing they can be. So today we're going to discuss a few things that we all do, those weird, quirky habits that every single one of us has. And I mean every single one of us, even Jeff Bezos. Doesn't that make you feel a little bit better? Knowing that Jeff Bezos probably picks his nose when no one's watching? Oh, it doesn't make you feel better? You still have depression? Well, take that sad shit somewhere else. And I know what you're thinking. None of these things are gonna apply to you because you're so different. You're so anti-establishment, so edgy. But we can bet on it. If you get through this whole video and none of these topics apply to you, then I will give you $30 quadrillion of my own hard-earned money. But if you've ever done any of the 7 things mentioned in this video, you have to like, comment, and subscribe. I think that's pretty fair. And make sure to stick around to the last entry. It might be the most relatable human experience ever. Up first, we have mirror pep talks and talking to yourself in the mirror in general. We've all been there, standing in front of the mirror, giving yourself the most epic of speeches. Whether you're getting ready for a job interview, your first date, or just getting ready for the day, that mirror is your best friend because you have no friends outside of that mirror. It always starts off pretty calm, like just talking to yourself normally, like, okay, yeah, I got this, you're gonna kill it today. But then every time, without fail, it turns into you reenacting a movie scene. 1 minute you're having a civil conversation, and the next minute you're Irwin giving a speech to cannon fodder.
My soldiers scream out! My soldiers ring!
Whole time you're getting ready for a date. Like, what are we even doing as a species? Just imagine LeBron James waking up in the morning and then reenacting a scene from Space Jam 2. And don't even get me started on those fake arguments we have in front of the mirror. You'll be arguing that water is not wet, and then the nigga in the mirror is talking about some, yes, I concur. But of course he concurs, nigga, it's you. He can't possibly have a rebuttal. But I do think talking to yourself is a universal human trait, but only in private. Could you imagine hearing somebody talk to themselves in person? That kind of behavior will get you stoned to death back in the day. And no, not that kind of stone. Pay attention, you hoodlum. Locking your door is the best way to ensure that no vampires get inside your house. But beyond that, it's the best way to ensure you don't get burgled. Whether you're leaving your house, your room, your car, whatever it is, no matter how many times you lock the door and check if you locked the door, there's always a little voice in the back of your head saying, did I really lock it? And sometimes the answer is no, you didn't lock it. You imagined locking it and then walked away from your vehicle. So now you gotta double and triple check just to make sure you didn't imagine it again. And there's really no reason to, at least not for me. I keep all my valuables in my wallet. So even if I were to get burgled, they wouldn't get anything. If anything, they would want to give me something. I drive a 2004 Chevy Impala, and I guarantee I could leave my car unlocked smack dab in the center of Chicago. Leave it there for 3 days with all my valuables inside. Come back and find my car in pristine condition. And in that case, locking my door would not help me in the slightest. But am I still gonna double, triple, and quadruple check? Yes, sir. But to be fair, I feel as though this is a symptom of ADHD, and ADHD itself is a universal experience. So it's less about forgetting to lock your door and more about forgetting things in general. We've all left our bedroom to get something from the kitchen just to forget what we were going to get the second we step foot on the kitchen floor. Now, does that make you a little crazy for doing that? For sure. But if you're crazy, then we're all crazy. Yo, my guy, what's happening? Oh snap, I know that's not my book. Not you, nigga. I'm talking to my friend behind you. You thought I was coming to dap you up? I don't even know you. Get a job, loser ass nigga. Damn, that's embarrassing. In front of the huz too. How do I make myself look less awkward? I got it. I'll bury my head in my phone so I don't gotta look at nobody. I wonder what the weather's like in Singapore right now. It's 2024, which means the best way to diffuse any situation is to just go on your phone. And it's perfect because nobody knows what you're doing on your phone. You could be checking the weather, texting back friends, trading stocks, or playing Rise of Kingdoms, where you could be the first of your friends to have 1,000,000 power. With their latest update, you can choose from all new. I wish. Somebody sponsor me, man. I'm doing great ad reads. Nah, but back to the video. I can't imagine what niggas did back in the day when there were no phones around, and you just had to sit there and wallow in the filth of the awkwardness. Or maybe get creative and figure something out. Like maybe some cavemen were chilling one day having a cave party, then all the cave holes pulled up, and that one socially awkward caveman in the corner didn't want to look stupid, so he just invented fire. Or some farmer was mid-conversation and didn't know what to do with his hand, so he just started milking a cow. Fast forward a few centuries, now we have double cheeseburgers. Shout out to awkward situations. But on a serious note, I hope that whoever was the first person to milk a cow got arrested and questioned. There's no way a regular person would just decide to do that. Freaky ass farmer. Shout out to all my fellow weirdos. I relate to you guys on a deep and personal level because I cannot even begin to explain how embarrassed I get when I get caught making dumb faces. When you're sitting alone, or maybe you're working or just daydreaming, and suddenly you catch yourself making the dumbest looking face. Like, what is this? No one looks like this. Why am I doing this to myself? I feel like it's one of those things that we all do, but it has different consequences. Like, you get very different reactions based on who you are, and it's all directly tied to pretty privilege. If I saw Ryan Reynolds sitting around making some stupid ass face, I wouldn't bat an eye. I just think, oh, it's Ryan Reynolds. He's so silly. Is that S tier meat riding? For sure it is, but what are you gonna do about it? But if I caught this nigga making dumb faces, I'm calling an ambulance because I genuinely think he needs medical attention. You've already been dealt a seriously bad hand and you're choosing to make it worse for yourself. And that's not to diss Yusuf. I'm no Ryan Reynolds myself. I also partake in some dumb faces from time to time. But my issue with it is that sometimes I find myself doing it in public, specifically in my car, even more specifically at red lights. And like I said before, I'm driving a 2004 Chevy Impala, meaning whoever's on the other side of that red light can see right through my fishbowl. Yo, is that guy having a seizure? Oh wait, nah, he's just ugly. And it's not just faces. Sometimes we just do random things in general, like making random noises or like randomly humming. I mean this in the least Diddy way possible, but have you ever gone to pick something up and then you just moan while picking it up? And it's not even like a heavy item. You just feel like making noise for no reason. And now everybody in the gym thinks you are struggling picking up 5 pounds, or you're sitting around and randomly your brain starts humming a song you heard 10 years ago, and then it's stuck in your head for the entire rest of your day. Now, this one is a classic, rehearsing comebacks that you will never use. You've been there, sitting in the lunchroom by yourself and somebody walks up to you and roasts the absolute life out of you, but at that moment, you're too shocked to say anything. There's too much going on for you to even speak, let alone come up with a comeback. And it's not until hours, weeks, months, or even years later that you come to your senses and realize you could have clapped back the entire time. You'll be at a whole different stage of your life and realize, damn, I could have called him short. And his girl cheated on him with the school's entire athletic association. That's when you realize you got flamed for absolutely no reason. All those years you wasted feeling bad about yourself. And it's way too late to go back and say anything now. And that's the worst part about it. You have to admit defeat. You're thinking, oh, I could have said this or I could have said that. And sure, you could have said whatever, but you didn't. And now you can't. Now you sound like a delusional, depressed dad. Oh, I could have been a millionaire by now if I had clapped back all those years ago. It's okay, Dad. We still love you. I haven't felt happiness since that day. Shout out to all the pet and baby owners, this one's for you. Now we all know babies and pets cannot speak any language that we know, but for some odd reason, I find myself regularly having full conversations with pets and babies. And it's always the most obscure things, like I'll ask a dog what color tie I should wear, whole time he's colorblind. All he's seeing is 2 weird shaped slices of pizza. Or if it's a baby, the conversation will go something like this. So, who are you gonna vote for this year? Mama. Oh, you're one of those babies. I bet it's really hot in Singapore today, but you just can't help it. Talking to someone or something that can't talk back to you is an unmatched level of comfort. You can tell a dog your deepest, darkest secret and it'll just bark at you. And it's perfect because they can't judge you, they can't gossip about you, and if your deepest, darkest secret was that you committed a crime, they can't even tell the police. Out of that one conversation, you got a therapist, a friend, a listener, and an accomplice. And to be fair, dogs and babies do it too. Don't you guys think it's suspicious that every dog knows how to bark and every baby knows how to babble? As if we have any idea what they're talking about. Come on, you knew it was coming. That's why I saved the best part for last. I don't think there's a single person on planet Earth who has not sung in the shower. And if you're claiming that you don't sing in the shower, all that tells me is that you don't take showers. There is something magical about the acoustics in a bathroom that make you feel like you're performing at Madison Square Garden. In front of all your faithful, loyal fans, the shampoo bottle, the loofah, the bar of soap, it's a sold out show. They all came to watch you sing while you wash your ass. And that random creepy guy peeking through your shower curtain, that's your production crew. You're giving it all you got, leaving it all on the stage, just waiting for that golden buzzer. But then as soon as you leave the shower, you sound like someone just kicked you in the throat. It's really one of the most humbling experiences when you're in the shower thinking you're Beyonce or Frank Sinatra Jr., just to get out and realize that there's professional singers, then there's good singers, then there's okay singers, then there's bad singers, then there's you. I am convinced that architects and engineers build bathrooms specifically so you can sound good in the shower, just to crush all your newly acquired hopes and dreams the second you step out. But that's just a theory, a shower theory. Now I know for a fact you all watched this and related to at least one thing in the video, which is good. It just goes to show that we're all just a little tiny bit crazy, and there is nothing wrong with that. So if I caught you lacking with any of these topics, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And if I didn't, comment anything I missed, and who knows, I might make a part 2. But with all that being said, make sure you guys go outside, drink plenty of water, and have a nice day.